G'day and welcome back. I had a mate of mine ring me up and say his young fella's in a bit of a pickle. He's bought a tractor, he's had it for a little while as far as I'm aware, but the valve bank for the bucket control, he couldn't stop it from leaking. Just kept leaking around this section here apparently. Couldn't stop it, tried everything. So he got online and bought another control valve that looked exactly the same as the one he took off the tractor. Same amount of ports, same positioning, everything is identical appearance wise. But when it arrived, it turned out all the fittings are different. These are 1/2 inch BSP, and the one that he took off the tractor is smaller. I'm not too sure what thread that is, I haven't checked, but don't fit. So that's easy enough. You go into the hydraulic joint and just buy a heap of fittings, a heap of these, both 1/2 inch BSP. The end that goes on the hose is 2 of them, the return and the feed are 18 by 1.5, and the other 6 are 16 by 1.5, all with 1/2 inch BSP thread into the body. So goes in there. No, you can't buy them fittings, he said. They don't exist. So then the hydraulic fella started the quote off at just under $500, I believe, to redo all the ends of the hoses. So take all the hoses off, take them all in and put new fittings on the end of the hoses. The starting quote was just under $500. So he thought, Jesus, it's getting to be out of control. So they've come and asked me to make some 8 fittings, all with 1/2 inch BSP, 2 with 18 by 1.5 and 6 with 16 by 1.5. There's a fair bit of work involved in it. I've made one, just to see how I'd go. In the end of all of them that goes to the hose, there is a recess that takes a O-ring. The one I've made fits perfect. The thread's spot on. I've checked that with an 18 by 1.5 nut. They all screws on nicely. So that's the mission we've got to do. Try and save him a few dollars. So I'm going to make another one from start to finish on camera. I'll make the other one for the return. Anyway, that's the job on hand. I've never made hydraulic fittings before, so should be a bit of fun. Okay, got a 40mm piece and I've just faced the ends off. Got to reduce it down to 1.25 inches. Then we can put the hex on it later for the spanners, for the spanner to fit. Forgot to mention this is 4140. Good enough, eh? Okay, now we're going to come in 15mm and reduce it down to 825 thou, I believe. I'm just going to double check my numbers, but I'm sure that's it. Should be down to 825. 824 and a half. Good enough. I've got to put a thread relief for when I cut the thread in there, just in this end. I've got to put a 7mm hole through the centre, right through, and then thread this 1/2 inch BSP, so 1/2 14. Fraction more. So there we go, that's one end done. That thread turned out quite nice and it fits the valve body really good. So flip this around now, hold it on this section here and then turn this end down to put the 18 by 1.5 thread and the recess for the O-ring. We'll start turning this down to 18mm. I've got quite a ways to go to get this down, so I'll bring this back in a minute. Okay. We're going for the final cut now. And the size. I've got to put a thread relief in here. I just want to change tools and redo that face there. Still got about 1mm to come off that face yet. We can put some thread relief in there now. Get rid of that carriage stop. Make sure I'm not going to hit anywhere here. Actually, I don't like the look of that. Okay, we can put that thread on there now, the 18mm thread. pretty good throw, nice tight thread that one. It's good fit. I need to put a counter bore in the end here for an O-ring. I've got an indicator set up over here. You can see my finger there, I don't know, it's over here anyway. This has to be 60 thou deep and about 550 thou wide, I think it is. Bit wider, yep. Okay, we've got the counter bore done. O-ring sits in there nice. That O-ring is fairly flat. That's one of the old O-rings that come out. That's according to the old fitting, it's 60 thou depth. I've made this one 60 thou as well. So all there is left to do on this part now is to put the hex on this diameter to suit a 1 1/16 spanner. Okay, I've got it in a collet. I've touched off. Now I've done the sums. I've got to take 96 thou off each flat. So 96 thou off all the 6 sides, and that'll give us a 1 1/16 spanner. Okay, we're in for the last one now. Last piece of the hex anyway. The hex has been done. I was taking around 30-35 thou pass. And then on the last pass I had to shift over sort of 50 thou and just knock this. It was leaving a slight lip on this side just to knock it off, but I'm going to put in a collar chuck in the lathe and just put a chamfer on this hex just to finish it off. So it should, yeah, that should finish it off nicely. This is a bit of a hard angle to catch. So I'm just going to chamfer this back just by eye, pretty much. That's it, that'll do it. So spin that around, change collets, and then do it again. Yep, that'll do. That's both sides done. that fitting's complete. I only put that tailstock up its bum just in case this actually caught on there and tried to rip it out and damage a thread. I was a bit worried about it. It's better to be safe than sorry, I guess. Get to the last stage and screw it up, it's happened before. Numerous occasions. You know, there's our fitting. That's the two 18mm ones done. Now I've got four 16mm ones to do, which will be done exactly the same manner, just that this will be 16mm with a smaller diameter here, obviously, for the O-ring on that one, but exactly the same way to make it. So 1 1/16. Could have been a fraction tighter if you got technical with it, but there we go. It's 2 down, 6 to go. But that's the two 18mm ones complete. So like I said, it's exactly the same process, just that these are going to be 16mm and a slightly different size counterbore for the O-ring. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that video. I know it wasn't much of a video for the week, but yeah, I just wanted to help me mate out. So Cole, I know you'll be watching, mate. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'm sure Wayne will be stoked with the way these are going to turn out. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next week, where I've got no idea what I'm going to be doing yet. Hooroo.